Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about Black Clover episode 81, and honestly, I'm a little half and half on this episode. It's the entire episode as a whole, pretty good. I'm not going to lie on that one. I did enjoy it. However, there are some weird stuff at the very beginning that I don't know how I feel about it. So the last episode actually ended off in a really cool and exciting cliffhanger with all the Black Bulls jumping to save Finral and Longus basically just going out of his mind. And we pick back up there and we actually see how they get down there. They all kind of like springboard off of Charmy's giant sheep. And honestly, it started off really exciting. However, it kind of all hit a wall, and I feel like the conflict itself, like, came to a grinding halt, only to be kind of like pushed a little bit, and it just kind of now it's starting to roll. I don't know. I never thought that anything crazy was going to happen because the Wizard King was there, along with like his like helper dude, and there were some powerful wizards around. So it's like I was never too concerned about Finral getting killed or anything. But I was kind of expecting the conflict to kind of just keep ramping up rather than what they really did. I don't know. I just feel weird about them just kind of being like, okay, well, we're gonna start the next match, and this is a match, but it's really not a match, and so whatever. It felt a little weird. So they basically jumped to the semifinals with Asta's team versus Longus's team, and it just feels muddied. It just feels weird. Because you go from this really tense moment where all the Black Bulls are ready to take on Longus, and Longus is about to, like, do whatever he's gonna do. And, like, even if you're gonna have the Wizard King interrupt and kind of, like, have everybody go in their separate corners, it just felt kind of, like, again, weird. I don't know how else to explain it. So one thing that we did learn is that there's apparently an unwitting traitor or whatever, whether they know it or not, is actually giving intel or helping out the Eye of the Midnight Sun. So that's another reason why they're holding this tournament, is to kind of see, hopefully, to flesh out anybody that might be hiding something, or maybe not hiding something, just to see what they really, their cards on the table are. In any event, the next match starts, and it's basically just like them yelling at each other. Asta's angry at Longus is angry at everybody, I don't know, whatever. And it just feels a little hollow now, because it's like, as opposed to you go from like everybody being really angry at Longus and being disgusted with him to like, oh, well, it's just a regular match. Don't kill each other. Whatever. However, it is from this match that we springboard into a part of the episode that I really liked a lot. So, Zora, or he goes by Zerx, I don't even need to call him Zerx anymore because we know his name is Zora, and whatever, he's Zora. None of the other people know exactly that, but he's Zora. I actually really like his backstory. So, his whole thing is that his dad was a super charismatic dude, constantly trying his hardest to help people and be super outgoing, and he apparently was the very first commoner to ever get into a Magic Knight squad, which really says something about the system, because, like, Asta and Yuno got into the squad. They're commoners. So, like, really, the Band-Aid was ripped off not long before Asta and Yuno even tried to go for the Magic Knight squads. In any event, Zara, who is Zora's father, really got done dirty. He was a super nice guy. He tried out for the Magic Knights like 10 different times and eventually was let in and joined the Purple Orcas. However, things don't really go well for him. But before we get to that point, I do want to talk about his relationship with Zora. So basically, they're just really cool dudes. Zora obviously loves his dad, admires his dad for trying and going out of his way to help people, and I really like their relationship. However, things kind of take a turn for the worse, because after Zara becomes a Magic Knight and does a bunch of stuff, he ends up going out on a mission and dies. And that's already hard enough for Zora to take, because it's just like, come on. Like, he finally got his dream of being part of the Magic Knights, and now he's up and died and left Zora, and obviously we haven't seen Zora's mother, so clearly she was never around for that point in time. So really, it's just Zora now. And that's hard enough for a kid. I think he said he was like 12 or something like that. That's still a pretty young age to be left all by yourself. The icing on the cake is that Zara not only died in battle, but he was shot by friendly fire. All of the people in his squad, and presumably in other squads, thought so low of him because he was the first commoner into the Magic Knights that they just kind of got rid of him. He was in the way, and it's kind of really awful, and Zora hears this. So now we have motivation for why Zora hates the Magic Knight squads so much. It's really a well-deserved hatred, and I don't blame him one bit. On top of that, we also learn why he looks the way he does. Because in the backflash, he's clearly just a regular dude. His dad looks like a regular dude, just, you know, a bigger version of him. And it's like, how does he go from having regular face to weird jawline with a bunch of spiky teeth? And honestly, we still don't know that, but we know why he looks like that as far as design goes. And they never really said it out loud, but it's essentially an homage to his father. Before his father died, he ended up giving Zora a little doll that he made, and they made a few jokes about how it's like kind of a crappy doll and it's a little dumbly made, but it is almost identical to what Zora looks like when he's an adult. So it's got like the fur coming off of his waist. I think it had some kind of face mask or whatever, but like it's clearly the inspiration for why Zora looks the way he does now that he's an adult and has the spiky teeth. And after he grows up and becomes this really cool wizard, he basically just kind of goes around causing trouble for Magic Knights. He beats up some guys from the Silver Eagles who were harassing this waitress and basically about to like do some really, really messed up stuff to her. And then he kind of just beats up anybody that he can find. And then we see a flash forward from that point in time to when he basically stole the real Xerxes' identity. And it's the real Xerxes being a total jerk and about to kill an old lady for no reason. And Zora shows up and saves the day. And then, you know, after that, we know what happens. He steals the cloak and he goes on to be part of the tournament. So clearly he's got a very good reason for hating the Magic Knights, and I don't blame him one bit. However, I do think that this is going to go in a way of like, As is going to teach him that not all the Magic Knights are bad people, and wholesome, happy, happy, joy, joy stuff. It's a bit cliched, but it's kind of the way I see it going. In any event, that's really the entire episode. It's kind of a weird episode because it's split into two, and then that kind of makes it feel short, I guess. Either way, I did like it. I liked the Zora parts more than I liked the fallout / transition part of the battle in the tournament. So I'm hoping that the next episode that we pick up at the tournament, things will kind of heat back up. Obviously, the next episode is essentially filler. It's just like, I think it's a holiday special because this is probably airing around Christmas time in Japan. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. Maybe I'll review the next episode. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll probably still watch it. Either way, it is what it is. But yeah, these are my thoughts on this episode, episode 81. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down below in the comment section. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can get all the notifications when I upload. I will see you guys in another video. So long. Bye-bye.